Hi guys, welcome to the Craft Beer channel.
And welcome back to Norway.
From the moment we got on that tiny twin prop after shooting our last video in Mosjoen, we knew we had to go back. Some places feel like home the moment you arrive, and this tiny town on the outskirts of the Arctic, with its obsession with food, beer and homebrewing, was one of those places for me and Brad. 2 years and 3 planes later, we were back. Last time we felt like we only scratched the surface of this amazing brewing town, with more homebrewers per capita than, well, anywhere else in the world. And last time we only spoke to the professional brewers of the town. This time we wanted to meet the homebrewers, and where better to start than the town's annual homebrew competition and festival. Having found our favourite brewers, beers and indeed the winner of the festival, we set out to visit all their garages, bedrooms and kitchens to see their homebrew setups. For that we were going to need a fixer, and probably a designated driver. So we met up with Espen, one of the board members of the brewing club. So we've sought shelter from the storm here at a place I can't pronounce.
Bryggon.
There we go. Brad's got it. He's going full Nordic.
Yeah. Bryggon. I'm living here now.
And we're here with Espen, who has been our fixer all weekend. Thank you for doing that.
No, glad.
If you've seen our original Norway video, you'll have recognised Espen. He was our fixer then as well. So we had an amazing night last night. The quality of the beers were incredible. Like right from the New England IPA all the way down to we had an Oud Brun from Eskil. Is that typical of Norway, or are we very lucky?
No, I think the homebrewing community in Norway is really is on a high quality. But we've heard from judges who judge beer that the quality here is exceptional. So. Yeah,
and I heard one of the judges said that it was better here than at the main Norway competition.
Yeah, he actually said. So I had him say it again.
On camera.
Say that on camera.
Just in the dictaphone.
Yeah.
Can you say that again, please?
So why do you think that is?
You have like a community, so you have, when nerds get together.
Yeah.
You got like the Silicon Valley effect of
they get worse when they get together.
The knowledge sharing.
Yeah.
Well, I guess the best way for us to find out why it's so high quality is to go and visit these guys.
Of course.
So we had a little word with them, and Espen's going to drive us around, and we're going to see these guys' setups, because I think a homebrew setup says a lot about the person.
Yeah.
It's quite a personal thing, the way that they've gone about it.
Like your partner you choose for life, or people say you look like your dog maybe sometimes.
So they're going to look like their brew
What does your homebrew setup say about you?
Yeah.
Well, I actually think you have your homebrew set longer than your wife, so...
oh, blimey. We've got a dark history we don't know about. Yeah. Several marriages and only one brew
For the next video.
Next year, the ex-wives of Espen coming to the Craft Beer channel. Our first homebrewing destination was Lars, the guy who won the homebrew festival competition the night before with his Munich Helles. It was an incredible beer, better than any lager I've tried in the UK, and I think I mean that. So we were surprised when we rocked up to find a brewery no more sophisticated than our own homebrew setup. So you won the beer of the festival last night, with your Helles, which was an incredibly clean, incredibly authentic, reminded me of Paulana Munich Helles. I'm surprised by you being able to make a lager of that quality when you're on a hob there, Spiegel there,
scales.
Where do you know how you've got so good at that?
Good routines, clean, lots of yeast. I use I add pure oxygen. Made this Fritz. It's my lager fermenter.
Right.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
So why does lager appeal? Because lots of people don't touch it in homebrewing because it is very difficult to get right.
I like the challenge of trying to make a beer that is clean. You can't hide any brewing faults in it.
So they knocked You got 45 out of 50, which just, if you've never been in beer judging, is an incredible score.
Yeah.
What they couldn't tell us what they knocked off the 5 points for when we spoke to the judge. What would you knock it off for? What weren't you happy with?
I think it was a little bit low in carbonation, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
And not much else. Maybe a little bit more. It could have been. It could have had a bit more hops, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that was the only thing I thought as well.
Yeah.
Like a little bit more.
Just a little bit. And maybe a little bit aroma.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought the aroma was great, but a bit of bite to it. Finish would have been great. I'm blown away. I'm blown away by how you can produce a beer that good. I mean, I've tried lagers and they've all been disasters.
Oh.
Every single one.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm under pitching. Or not being patient enough.
Pitching enough yeast
Probably
is
both.
one of the most critical things about lagers.
And oxygen. I'm going to get me an oxygen tank.
Yeah. That's also.
And if it all goes wrong, I'll just take it myself and just laugh.
Our next homebrewer was Gay. A hugely experienced homebrewer with hundreds upon hundreds of recipes, but also one that kept cropping up. Inexplicably, his brewery had to be accessed through his downstairs toilet. Perhaps it saved on tiles?
A pretty incredible homemade kit. This was all you.
Yes.
So you're an engineer, and that's where this has come from.
Yes.
Yeah. So tell me about what this used to be. So you've re-engineered it.
Yes, it's previous the domestic hot water tanks, and I've just cut the top of it and installed it here. Yes.
Mm-hmm. And you said your first beer was a porter.
Yes.
Why was that?
That's because I couldn't find any dark beers in Norway, but that time, this is many years ago though, so that was the reason. Plus, yes.
So place it's dark and cold most of the year.
Yes. So winter
Didn't have any wintry beers to drink.
Yeah. A real winter warmer. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. And how was that first porter? Do you remember how good it was?
That time I probably thought it was amazing, yes.
Yeah.
But how I tasted today, I'm not sure it was so good. But
and that was 10 years ago, so it's probably turned to sherry by now.
Yeah. Of course. Yes.
Yeah. Yes. And so today, what kind of styles are you making? What kind of things excite you?
All things. No, I mean in a Belgian period, I have a Belgian blonde and a Belgian double now on fermentation. Yes. Tomorrow I have a wheat. Yes. And I have the same one I have inside here, an American brown.
Right.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Is American brown a popular style in Norway?
Not American brown, but brown ale is popular. Yes.
So with brown malt or caramel, that just has a sweetness and hoppiness is quite popular.
Yes.
Here. Yes. Okay. Interesting. Because last time we came, we the first beer we had was a brown ale, and it's happened again.
Yes.
Interesting.
It's interesting how brewing, and particularly it seems homebrewing, is a product of the location. We were finding that less popular styles like brown ales and porters were very popular here, where winter is about 10 months of the year. But some brewers brew so they can try styles and flavours they'd never otherwise get to taste. Our final stop was the former Mosjoen microbrewery, which we visited last time when it was run by Stian. It's still the town's only professional brewery, but is now owned by a brilliant cafe and restaurant in the centre called Vitgarden, with Mosjoen's most experimental brewer Eskild at the helm.
So our final homebrew visit is to Eskild, who we met 2 years ago, and you tried to poison us.
Yep.
Yeah. See, no denial, no denial at all. What was it you put into the beer that you gave us that was poisonous?
It's in Latin. It's America Gale.
Is it wormwood? It's not wormwood.
Bugworth.
Bugworth.
I think that's the English name. I'm not sure. But
it sounds like an English town.
You were saying it was like a relative of something which is a lot more poisonous.
Yeah, there are some different parts of that family that are a little bit poisonous.
Yeah. So as you can guess, Eskild is the nerdiest of the nerds when it comes to home brewing. But the beers that we drank of yours last night were incredible. One of which we have here, which is almost too fresh New England IPA. It's got a bit of a tang to it, but the aroma is incredible. Why are you so experimental? What is it about homebrewing that you love so much?
Experimenting.
Right. Yeah. Okay. That's my question then.
Yeah. No, I think it's just a great community of sharing, and you have so much opportunities with the grain, the hops, the yeast, and you can make whatever you like. It's pretty fun trying to check where the limits are and maybe surprise some people.
Yeah. Well, you've certainly done that to the people last night as well. Were quite surprised. I mean, you had an Homebrewing, which was delicious, like needed some oak, but the oak will come.
Yep.
The spiral was just not in there long enough, I guess.
That will be next year.
That'll be next year. It will taste great. Yeah. So this place that we're in, you guys might recognise because we featured it in our last documentary. But now you are head volunteer brewer here, which brings us on to where this whole video has been leading, which is that Brad and I will be brewing with Eskil tomorrow. We're heading back here to make a kveik. Or brew with kveik. Kveik is the yeast.
Yeah.
I'm saying kveik too many times.
Kveik.
So tell us briefly about that beer and what we're going to be doing tomorrow.
I'm going to brew a modernized version of traditional Norwegian homebrew. Farmhouse style. It's going to be fermented with a type of kveik that's from Voss. It's fermented at 39 degrees C, and it's it's really a monster. Yeah, without producing any off flavors, and preferably
it does produce lots of under pitch to stress the yeast and get it.
Yeah, producing more citrusy orange flavors.
Okay, well that sounds absolutely nuts. That means in 3 days' time we'll have a beer we can drink. Although we'll be back in England, so I hope you send us some.
Oh yeah, we will.
Anyway, we're gonna get an early night, so we're ready for tomorrow. So thanks for chatting to us. Can't wait to get back here and brew a kveik and come up with a pun, which is the important thing. Yeah. Cheers.
Cheers.
That early night never happened, but we were up bright and early to start brewing, and you can see that video by clicking on the card on the screen, unless it's not out yet. Either way, we hope we gave you an insight into one of the most incredible local homebrew scenes in the world, and even some tips on getting your lagers right. Just like 2 years ago, we know we'll be back.